Hey yo, what's up everybody, it's JJ. Today I'm coming back a video basically talking about Celsius and of course HaruInvest, and of course they have some update, and of course some of you guys might be thinking, is it withdrawable and stuff like this. So in this video we're going to cover it. So if you are not subscribed to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on post notification and leave a thumbs up to this video, and of course let's get started. And of course, disclaimer first, I am affiliated with them previously, and of course it is to help the channel to basically generate some revenue, to basically carry on with like all those kind of projects, to buy stuff and everything, and of course show you guys the results on that. And of course I would say right now, as of today, we have some updates from of course Celsius and of course HaruInvest. So if you guys are interested in that, we can jump into it currently. So right now we're gonna jump into the Celsius update first. So if you guys don't know what happened to Celsius itself, I made a video talking about Celsius network with update withdrawal, and after that from there the bankruptcy protection, what is it about. So if you want to watch it, it's gonna pop up above, just click on it. And right now basically is the email that I received from Celsius basically yesterday, alongside with the UCC, which very made up of the clients, the customer of Celsius, and after the US trustee, blah blah blah. So over here we're going to basically look at this picture itself. I am going to basically pop up the presentation later on. So right now we're just going to have a quick overview on what is going on. Basically over here you can see that they have took part in the second hearing in their case, and after that where they continue their dialogue around Celsius' effort to maximize value for the community, basically for us who are having funds with them. And of course from there there's a lot of ground that is covered, including basically the productivity, the transparency, and after that the ongoing engagement with the UCC, and after that from there work by all parties to advance on the key legal issues in this complex proceeding, basically their bankruptcy protection, and after that many more, to basically reallocate their assets, and after that from there see how they can basically return people their funds. And of course their intention is to see the customer capture any and all value associated with the recent rise of crypto. So over here on this itself, they have talked about the crypto price on their filing of this bankruptcy protection, and of course from there since then the price of crypto has risen, and after that from there they are basically pitching this idea to the creditors that yeah, maybe this is gonna work out because the crypto is moving up. And after that from there they have encouraged the community to voice in this process, and after that they have aimed to address some kind of key community concerns that has been shared as this part of the case. So over here the picture itself, you can see the top concern itself, customer will lose all of their money, and after that in Celsius. So over here the response itself, they responded to that. Basically Celsius filed bankruptcy protection to protect customers' assets, and after that Celsius is working tirelessly to basically identify the means that they provide the greatest basically possible recovery to its customer, and of course restructuring the whole company itself. And over here customers should be treated equally. Similar situation, customers should be blah blah blah, whatever it is. And after that from here you can see the profit restructuring itself. Over here it is mentioned that Celsius has undertaken significant cost reduction, basically firing people in the short time, and after that from there for this bankruptcy itself to reduce their operational cost, and after that from there employee and insider account will not receive preferential basically treatment as comparing to the customers. So they are telling us that the insiders, the workers itself, they are not getting like any special treatment or whatsoever compared to the customer account. Like our account itself, they are not getting like additional payouts or basically incentive for working on Celsius itself. Basically Celsius is not profiting from the restructuring, so this is what they claim. And after that from there there's many more over here. So this over here they have been working on the path towards this, and after that from there we can expect another hearing to take place on the 1st of September, which is next month, and after that we will see what is the outcome or something like that. I believe that this hearing itself is not only going to be the second one, the third one, it is going to be many more hearings basically to restructure this type of basically huge ass financial management funds, equity or whatever firm. And over here we're gonna look at the PowerPoint that they have given us over here, the full presentation from yesterday, and we're gonna basically walk you through. So over here this is a PowerPoint that they basically shared with everybody on their email itself. I'm gonna link it down below if let's say you did not receive the email or somehow. So over here this is a Celsius second hearing presentation in Celsius Network LLC, basically the case number, and after that from there the US bankruptcy court of basically Southern District on the New York City, and after that from there we can see the honorable judge blah 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 is on the 16th of August, and we can scroll down itself. The agenda itself is the committee reformation, and after that from there the process since filing, and after that the path forward. So it is quite a simple agenda, but of course it's going to be long, and I'm not going to basically read out every slide. I'm just gonna show you some of the important highlights itself over here. So over here, the process since the filing itself, you can see the key stream, basically the deep financing, blah blah blah. There's a lot of terminology over here, basically somehow of technical terms that is somehow hard for us as normal people reading this, unless you have a financial background or basically the law or whatsoever. You might basically read this, and after that from there don't understand what the shit is going on. But of course we are going to basically explain to you. So over here, the go forward plan itself, Celsius and its advisor is basically preparing a business plan for the standalone organization that provide optionality for the customer recovery. And after that, Celsius has this meeting on the 23rd of August with the committee to basically discuss it. So over here, this is macam not saying anything because they are just telling you that they are going to do this, but of course no much information is given. And after that, from here, the engagement with stakeholders. So over here, the debtors that have engaged with the creditors directly, and after that blah blah blah, basically nothing much as well. So the legal issue itself, basically chapter 11 case. I do not know what is this chapter 11, but of course it's somehow the bankruptcy filing protection. And of course, if you want to scroll down itself, so this is the highlight that I want to mention. Basically, since the filing itself of this crypto has since rebound since the petition date, and after that it is still down from the historical price. Yes, definitely, because you guys do not have like good risk management, basically going all in into that. And after that, from there, now we can see there's a dip that is ongoing, a very huge ass dip. And of course, basically they are affected with this price action. And after that, you can see the price of Bitcoin 5 years. They have probably said that Bitcoin have seen a 25% increase since the petition date. Okay, so what? And after that, over here we can see Ethereum has seen an 82% increase since the petition date. So I mean, like, so what? Nobody is still able to withdraw their funds. But of course, this is just a presentation for the community or the court itself to basically, please do not bankrupt the company, let us do some more time. And after that, from there, hopefully the creditors can extend their courtesy to basically let us repay the funds. This is somehow what they're trying to win from the explanation that I see. And after that, over here, the customer correspondent. So over here, 250 letters has been filed. I think legal action taken against them. So over here, the concern itself already mentioned to you, will they lose money? And after that, from there, the customer should be treated equally, definitely. So over here, I would say transparency itself, they say they want to give it to us, but of course we can't see like what is going on back end on the restructuring. And of course, from there we can see the path forward. This is the path. I do not understand what is this, to be honest. It's just one line. And after that, from there, engage. And after that, from there, plan negotiation, file a plan and disclosure. And after that, many more. So the plan commitment. So I don't understand what is this. So if let's say you understand the path forward plan itself, feel free to explain it to me. And after that, from there, we can basically know more about it. And after that, basically that's the end of the presentation. So over here for Celsius itself, we have seen like the news itself, it is somehow contradicting on the effort that they are trying to make on this sentence itself. So we have a sentence over here, Celsius undertakes significant cost reduction measurements in the short term in the bankruptcy. Employee and insiders account will not receive like additional treatment, or let's say an advance payment or something like that. So this sentence over here is kind of contradicting from the news that we are seeing out there. So we're gonna basically read about this contradicting Celsius news. So we here for key transparency itself, basically a former employee at bankrupt crypto lender Celsius itself sued the company for calling it basically has sued the company calling it a Ponzi scheme. So we can read more about it over here. On this article itself, this Jason Stone itself, the CEO and co-founder of this DeFi firm at KeyFi, later was acquired on 2020, and after that filed a complaint in blah blah blah. His team basically, they have received like millions of funds from Celsius itself to invest, but there was acquisition came with no formal written agreement. So here this is somehow like fraud. I mean, like they asked somebody to invest but they did not have a standard agreement. And after that, from there, Celsius did not respond to this comment itself. And of course, there's tons of news talking about Celsius. And after that, from there, you can see that Celsius itself wanted to hire back their CFO at 92k per month. And after that, from there, they have withdrawn a motion to hire it. And of course, there's this news itself basically contradicting like the funds that they want to give. Basically, this amount itself, I mean, like, yes, I mean, maybe they are working at this high-end company, they should get paid more or something like that. But to be honest, the money they're getting paid is through the customers. And after that, from there, to be honest, if let's say he wants to basically help the company to basically restructure or whatsoever, he should have done it for, I mean, like maybe a lower amount, to be honest. And after that, from there, to basically help them to restructure the company as a CFO itself, because he was there at the past. But of course, unfortunate event, the whole thing collapsed, they have been laid out, and after that from there his base salary was almost 750k based on, and after that performance based on cash, and after that there's a lot of contradicting claims, news about Celsius from what they are claiming to do, and after that from there you can see that they are trying to tell us that full transparency to be given. To be honest, I don't really know what is the true transparency from them, and after that from there, whatever funds we have there, it is, I would say, as good as unwithdrawable, because they have locked up the withdrawal, and after that from there we can see that the price itself, people are short squeezing Celsius. Basically, I know people are basically shorting Celsius for the sake of these news itself, and after that from there, some Wall Street people, the Reddit people itself, or some of the community itself, intend to basically buy up the price of Celsius, making it pump. So I would say, if let's say you're gonna trade Celsius token, maybe the futures or maybe on the spot market itself, please do not go all in, because I would say that the situation itself is very uncertain and volatile. And of course from there you can see like Celsius can be up 50% suddenly in a day, and after that from there it can be down like 50% the next moment. So I would say trading Celsius itself is not really recommended, but of course there's definitely money to be big, and of course if you have the knowledge and the risk management, feel free to go ahead, and after that from there you can make some quick bucks. And of course, am I trading Celsius? To be honest, I'm not really trading it, because I simply do not have the time, and after that I know that if let's say the price went up 50%, I can immediately short it, but of course it is unpredictable, because it might just go up another 20% and you can get liquidated and stuff like this. So I do not want to lose my penny over there. I have really lost pennies on Celsius itself. The price went up to like $4. The whole portfolio on Celsius itself is worth like 20 over thousand, but it is just digital money over there that you can't be withdrawn. So the next part about this video itself is for HaruInvest, for those who are using the same somehow the similar ecosystem that they're using, basically taking funds and after that borrowing funds, and from there earn interest and after that distribute. So this is the type of strategy they are doing, and of course from there HaruInvest have give an official update. So we here received an email basically talking about, thank you for your patience, following up an update on the 16th of August. If you have not watched the video that I have done basically recently talking about this HaruInvest withdrawal, the HOT itself, if you want to just go and click it, it's gonna pop up. So a quick recap itself for HaruInvest itself, previously talking about the previous update, it just suddenly froze their withdrawal, and after that from there people can't withdraw their funds, and of course millions has been, like, I would say, stolen, maybe if you want to use that word, or maybe you want to just call it being restructured. And after that we can see that over here HaruInvest itself, they have basically previously they have withdrew their MAS application for the Singapore regulation, the regulatory system itself. They withdrew the license, and after that many more. So over here for the latest update itself, basically why have they gone through the intermediate item, I don't know how to pronounce it, basically the judge blah blah blah, whatever it is basically filing a bankruptcy protection, and after that from there they are trying to restructure the company. And over here we can see that an update from our basically what is this judicial management process, and after that if you want to scroll down itself, we can see that HaruInvest presents financial circumstances result in losses and suffered by HaruInvest Hong Kong subsidiary during the Terra and Terra USD crash. So over here, to be honest, when it crashed itself, they have claimed loudly saying that they are not affected, but of course turns out as of today we know the freaking news is basically the whole thing is crashing because of the Terra USD crash. And after that from there, they have lost like tons of money over there, and of course they basically wanted more customer, and after that they told people that, oh, we are fine, and after that eventually lured people to put in funds, and after that from there sign up because of the Celsius crash. So Celsius crashed first on the Terra ecosystem, and after that follow on like a month or two later, basically HaruInvest has been affected as well, but of course they delayed the fact, and after that from there unusual high withdrawals of volume, and after the overall decline in the crypto price. So they are blaming firstly the Terra USD crash, and after that secondly people want to withdraw, and after that from there they can't really pay out. But to be honest, if let's say you are running this type of company, you should have enough funds to basically provide with everybody if let's say they intend to withdraw. But unfortunately, because this type of company, they use the money and they tell you it is a flexible term withdrawal, and of course that means you can withdraw your funds anytime. So when they say that it is a flexible term, shit will happen. When everybody starts withdrawing together, you will not have enough assets to basically pay everybody out. So there's some company out there like HaruInvest, they prefer going by the lock term. So when you lock up your funds itself, the funds is not withdrawable, and they can basically fully utilize this as a sort of risk management out there to basically assure their balance sheet that they have enough money when people want to withdraw. They can anytime, and after that, from there, after the lockup period is over. So I would say there's pros and cons with this flexible and of course this lockup term. And of course over here thirdly, they blame the overall decline of the crypto prices. You can't blame the crypto price because it is unpredictable, it is super volatile. From their 2021 all-time highs issues relating to certain users who have deposited substantial amounts. So over here, these users itself, I mean, they put in the money to you, doesn't mean that you can blame them that they put in a huge ass amount into HaruInvest and they want to withdraw it, because this is your platform. You encourage people to do that, and when people do that and you can't deliver, and shit happens. So I would say this is the story. And after that, over here we can see that there's many more. I'm just gonna link it down below as well. So over here, what does it bring under for user? So over here, there's this manager itself has been appointed in the Singapore court. He will basically step up in the place of directors of HaruInvest Private Limited as such to basically review all of the HaruInvest's account and activities, and of course have an ultimate decision making, and of course basically he will have all the power of the company. And after that, basically they believe that he will also present a recovery plan. We believe that he will also present a recovery plan. I mean, like, they believe, but of course we do not know it is gonna happen, so they believe. I mean, like, it's not a sure thing because they say that we believe, unless they say we are sure that, yeah, basically that is surely. But of course they use the word we believe. So yeah, I mean, if you want to, you can just wait for their recovery plan. So over here, what's the road ahead for the upcoming milestones? So over here, they previously claimed loudly that, okay, so when this shit happened itself, we are still paying out like interest rate, but of course as of today on the 22nd of August, they have basically decreased all the interest rate towards 0%. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't matter to people anymore, because people just want their full amount back instead of the penny 2% or even 8% that they can offer. And after that, from there, since the holiday withdrawal, they claim that they have laid off 80% of the employees, basically 40 employees, in order to reduce the company expenditure. And the current team that they have retained are in their assessment, and after the necessary headcount for them to carry out the key functions. So over here, they have basically fire people who are in the customer support because they are no longer needed to basically deal with all this situation. But of course they need their CFO, the financial people who are basically doing this. And after that, from there, to be honest, when they say this itself, they did not say that are they getting paid, how much they're getting paid. And after that, to be honest, we do not know how is this restructuring going on. And after that, from there, you can see that the current team has been retained. Basically, it's all the high-end people out there, and I believe these type of high-end people are getting paid like a huge ass amount to basically carry out the necessary headcount to basically the key function of this whole thing itself. So finally, the legal representative attended the first court conference with their blah 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 on the 18th of August. I mean, like, it's so long, and after that, from there we can see there's still no exact outcome. It's just basically talk about what is going on. So over here, the founders are in Singapore and they are working hard on the recovery plan. So over here, they have people are asking where's the founder and all of this. Basically, they are working hard on this recovery plan. To be honest, no other information is given. I mean, it's just words. I can say like I am also working hard to basically earn my first $1 million or something like that. And after that, from there, I'm not showing you a plan. And of course, over here, why is HaruInvest still paying its employee, and after not reducing its cost? Since they have laid off 80% of the company employees in order to basically reduce the company expenditure. Yes, the current team they have retained, basically they copy paste the whole shit over here. So over here, we can see that these 40 employees itself, to be honest, if let's say these 40 employees itself has been reduced, maybe let's say they are paying the whole company, like every month they're paying 100k towards all this headcount. Reducing these 40 people might just be only 50% of the expenditure. And after that, from there, the top maybe 10 or maybe 15 people who are the key function, they are still receiving more than pay. I mean, whatever they are receiving is accumulated to these 40 people, I believe. And after that, from there, you can see that they are not really telling people that they are gonna work for free, because nothing is free. And of course, from there, are there secure creditors? So they do not have any secure creditors. So shit, man, they do not have any secure one. And after that, how much does Celsius owe HaruInvest? So Celsius has neither nor lent HaruInvest money. And after that, HaruInvest has an account with Celsius, and HaruInvest have not deposited any assets with Celsius. So to be honest, in this term itself, we do not have the proof. And after that, they have just said that, oh, we have an account with them, but we have not deposited any funds with Celsius. So to be honest, they are still hiding something, if I'm not wrong. If let's say they want to prove it, they will basically do some screenshot or something like that to make it very transparent. So over here, are they pending blah 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 with the Singapore? Yes, there's pending cases. Basically, people have filed police report against them, and after that, legal action. I mean, like, there's a lot of this Q&A over here, and after that, from there, we can see the next update itself. 23rd of August, we can see an update, and after that, the next key timeline for management itself is on the 22nd of August. So within this month itself, we are going to see more news about HaruInvest, and of course from there we can see what can HaruInvest provide at the end. And of course, hopefully people can get back their money, even though, to be freaking honest, people do not wish, I mean, as of now, people definitely wish to get back some money. So I would say the best recovery plan is whatever assets they have, they can consider basically releasing 30% of the people's withdrawal, and after that, from there, at least people get back something rather than nothing. To be honest, that's the fact. If let's say they're gonna file for bankruptcy protection or something like that. So basically, I've come to the end of the video. If you like the video, kindly leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on post notification, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye bye, peace.